What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about a Silent Hill Shattered Memories 2. Now, there's a couple of intricacies we need to talk about with this, but generally, this is a pretty neat story. I want to talk about kind of the ramifications this has for Silent Hill in general, because I really do think this means, what this story means is more than just this, okay? Really quickly, if you guys are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so. We're getting insanely close to 2,000 subscribers. I think we can do it very, very soon, but we're going to need some people that watch these videos that are not subscribed to subscribe. So let's go through this article from PlayStation Universe. So Sam Barlow, the lead writer behind Shattered Memories, has revealed he's now this is important. This is actually the most important thing of this. Has revealed he's pitching a follow-up to the cult survival horror title, not for Konami, and therefore won't have the Silent Hill name attached to it. So speaking on Twitter, he commented, in an interview asked what you'd do to make a Shattered Memories follow-up today, but you can't tell them because you're currently pitching that thing. To clarify, this isn't for Konami. The impetus comes from A, people asking me for it, and B, the market is at a point where those kind of games actually make sense. Looking at what Remedy did with Control and Kojima did with Death Stranding, the emergence of the AAA game. Whether or not anything comes from this is anybody's guess. Goes on to say, so for those that don't know, the game is a full reimagining of the original 1999 Silent Hill and removes combat entirely in favor of exploration as Harry Mason investigates the town, which in this version is encased heavily in snow and ice. Players can also make choices at various points in the game that affect that type of person that Harry is, how other characters react to him, as well as influence the game's ending. So again, a little kind of weird, and the way I had to title even this video, right, is also a little weird because it would technically be like Silent Hill Shattered Memories 2. You would imagine it would be a reimagining of maybe the second one if you're going to go with the same kind of theme as the first game. It could just be a brand new, basically, Silent Hill game with, again, the core of what this game is, which is, again, exploration, choices, characters, but not actual, like, not really doing anything, right? Not the actual gameplay involved. So he has a couple options there, and again, it's not for Konami, which is interesting. Now, does that mean anything? Well, not necessarily. Well, one, if he does anything that has to do... Well, I guess there's actually two parts of that. Because if it did use the Silent Hill name, he'd have to have their permission. He'd have to have, like, a contract worked out with them. It all kind of goes back into the Sony thing. So remember, it seems like Konami is very willing to hand these things out to say, hey, if you get an idea and you're willing to pay to do the entire thing, and you're willing to pay us to give you the name, we're more than willing to let you, license out the IP to you. That's, rumor has it, what Sony is doing, remember, with, like, the soft reboot of Silent Hill. They're doing it themselves. They're bringing back a lot of Team Silent, and they're using, again, Konami's IP. They're going to give them probably a fair amount of money for that, all that. So that is because, remember, that is because they're using the name. The rumored game's name is Silent Hill. It's just going to be called Silent Hill. It's going to be a soft reboot of the entire franchise, and we'll have to see where it goes in the future. So again, this game, it can't be called Silent Hill Shattered Memories. I mean, it could be called Shattered Memories 2. I wonder if they have, or he has, like the actual rights to the name Shattered Memories, or if that's also part of Konami. If it's not, going to have to be a very, very creative name, and if it is but that's the interesting thing, is actually, I don't know how any of this stuff works if you really boil it down, because again, the core of it is it's a reimagining of the base Silent Hill game. So if you're going to do it again, you're going to need, I would assume, Konami's permission somewhere, but there could be something legally, mixed up in there where, again, they don't have to go through them if it's far enough away. Again, though, pretty good news. This is something that's appeared over the last couple days. It's good to see. It's something that, well, I'll be flat out honest with you. I didn't play Shattered Memories, okay? But I've seen the game before. It's actually, even the box cover, we've used it before in some of the thumbnails for these games. So, I know what it is. I've seen gameplay. I've seen people play this game. I would be interested in more, and I think that's actually kind of the general point that I want to nail, is that no matter what, I think it's good if we just get more of these. I mean, Silent Hill has been dormant for quite a while. There's a lot of potential there. especially if Konami, I guess maybe a little mean to say this, but especially if Konami really doesn't have anything to do with it, right? If it's just them doing their own thing, whether they had to get permission, whether they had to pay them to get the IP or to license the IP, however they had to do it, without Konami having people being able to delve into it is honestly not a bad thing. And to be again, to be honest with you, it's kind of even like a LucasArts thing where it's like, you know, back in the day with Star Wars games, I mean, anybody could do it. The license was open. You know, if you had an idea, go ahead and make your game. And yeah, we got some bad games, but we had the most creativity, and we actually had some really good games as well in that time period when it's, you know, when it's restricted to one thing. I guess you can make that argument with anything. Like if any studio could make like an Uncharted game, could one of them eventually be better than the games Naughty Dog made? Yeah, maybe. There could be a lot of bad ones in there. Could be a lot of unnecessary ones in there. But especially for Silent Hill, especially because this is a different kind of franchise. It's a franchise that needs basically like a facelift. It needs to, you know, have people go in there and just kind of rework it, get back to the basics. And if Sony's doing it, fantastic. If there's more than just Sony doing it, I mean, this is a franchise. You see what Capcom has done with Resident Evil. There can be yearly things in these horror franchises. And for a game as smart and different as the Silent Hill franchise is, I think there's a lot of potential there. And so I do hope this is, I mean, he literally said it, so it's not like this is a leak or a rumor. It's just how exactly is it all, you know, playing out, and does it have anything to do or completely separate from like the Sony thing? Those are kind of the questions I have. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Would you pay for a Shattered Memories 2? How do you think it would work? Do you think, you know, do you think it would have to be named something entirely different? Do you think they could keep the Shattered Memories name? Let me know. Again, as always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. And I do a brand new video, one a day, every single day on this channel. And so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.